Hi, this is Lynn Courage from My Marvellous Mind. As I record this video, we are approaching Christmas, and I often find that this time of year is loaded with emotion for the majority of individuals that I work with. And I recently shared a post that reflected on a conversation with a client who was feeling the weight of this time of year. The weight in relation to the path that she's walked, the experiences that she's had over the last few years. And I want to share some perspectives that I think will help to lighten the burden of that for you if you experience this too. Notice that our mind doesn't tend to draw on the positive experiences of the year or the positive experience of our journey so far, especially if you've navigated challenges or you're working towards goals and you have dreams and ambitions. Our focus unwittingly often tends to go towards the negative. And the first thing to know is that that is completely normal. But it's also a signal and an opportunity to just stop and recenter and realign your focus to something maybe a little more peaceful, uplifting, motivating. I find that any significant markers throughout the year, so that could be a birthday, it could be an anniversary of something, a Christmas, obviously, any of these significant events, they're like markers in the sand. And our mind will anchor in emotions and feelings of past experiences. And sometimes they can serve to highlight the good things. Yes, there may be sadness attached to some memories, but sometimes we can draw upon the positive experiences that our journey has brought us. But if you find yourself approaching Christmas, or if you're watching this at any other time of year and you feel that weight, I experience it as a weight of regret. And I shared with this client in my messaging that I too, like most other human beings, have that same pang of, oh, if only I'd done this, or things could have been different if that. But rather than dwell in that place of sorrow and regret and frustration, is to use that emotion as a sign to just check in. Is it actually, rather than evidence, if you like, of what you haven't achieved, but more a symbol that you are still on your journey, maybe? You know, we're not trying to kid ourselves into thinking life is something other than what it is. But are you overlooking all of the things that you've accomplished, for instance, in the last 12 months? Are you allowing your marvellous mind to take you away from your achievements and accomplishments, and therefore a sense of self-appreciation for your journey, for what you have been through, or maybe for what you've actually embarked upon? You know, just because we're not at the end, we haven't reached that goal, we haven't achieved that final thing, if there ever is such a thing, maybe The acknowledgement needs to be in having actually embarked on the journey in the first place, because so many of us don't. So if you find yourself dwelling in regrets associated with specific times of year, events, Christmases, birthdays, anniversaries, just take a moment to take stock. Notice what you're allowing those emotions to mean to you about your experiences, about your accomplishments, and actually ask yourself, is it true? Is it true that I have not done enough? Is it true that I haven't achieved what I want to achieve? Or is there a more peaceful, a more motivating and uplifting story, way of thinking to be found that says, look at what you've done. Look at what you've come through. Look at what you're working towards. If you want to see the post that I'm referring to, check out my Facebook or Instagram page, and come and join me within the small but growing My Marvelous Mind community. And if you find yourself frequently tangled in the overwhelm of life, of the thoughts, the stress, family life, career, business, like all of these experiences pull us and push us in different directions. And I have just opened the doors to Untangled, the membership, which is a journey of self-discovery through different elements of understanding who you are within a like-minded group of women to relate to and to connect with. So if that sounds interesting to you, send me an email, check out my social media, and I hope to catch you in one of those spaces soon.